And we welcome you back between the bricks in this presentation of the South Atlantic Conference on the Bears Sports Network, presented by MBA Roofing. They don't get bigger than this. The rubber match between the Rail Splitters of Lincoln Memorial and the Bears of Lenoir-Rhyne. Basically, it's the winner plays themselves into the double elimination round of the SAC tournament, secures a top 4 seed in the 2022 South Atlantic Conference Baseball Tournament. Eric Bach, glad to be joined again by Jason Stubbe. And Jason, obviously a great bounce back in Game 1 for the Bears after that disappointment last night, but the job is certainly not finished. Just one 7-inning game to try and play themselves into the top 4, and they'll send Austin Edwards to the hill to do it.
Yes, indeed. Good bounce back, as you said. But as you said, this one's big. Anyone from the 4 to 6 seed, we'll find out in the next 2.5 hours.
So Queens, with their win, has locked up the 3 seed. Am I correct in saying that?
They know
they'll be in the 3-4 game.
No, not necessarily. They have to win this afternoon, too.
They have to win tonight as well. So lots of scenarios. We're going to
Get
go
into
over all of them throughout the broadcast. But Austin Edwards has been good in his last 2 starts. Had a bit of a rocky patch in the middle of conference play, but in his last 2, 8 innings combined. Actually, in his last 4 starts, he's been pretty good. Only 4 earned combined in all of the last 4 combined, 16 1/3. Only 2 walks in that time frame as well, and a bunch of strikeouts, 23 of them to be exact.
Yeah.
So the Bears have gotten good starting pitching in this series thus far. Patrick and Lanham each pitched 6 innings and allowed 3 combined runs. And now it's up to Edwards to send the Bears on to Kodak, Tennessee in a top 4 seed.
Absolutely. As you said, he's been red hot. Scoreless 3 out of them 4 appearances, only giving up 4 runs to Wise. Actually, both these starting pitchers would love to take that stop back against Wise.
Yeah.
2.25 ERA in the last 4 games. See if we can get into the 5th and 6th inning here and as you said, secure the bid for the Bears.
Same exact lineup for Lenoir-Rhyne that you saw in Game 1. It's Bell leading off in right field, Laskowski hitting second. At second, Yanesta DHing. Clarno catching. We wondered if he would catch both. I assumed he would not on the broadcasting Game 1, and I was incorrect in assuming that. Clarno Matiles, Perino Cuda, Stober Ramirez, Chris Hall. He's been known to swing at the first pitch throughout this series, does so again, misses it, strike 1. Edwards, I think that at his best, he is a professional level pitcher and is ahead 0-2 of Hall. It's been all about the strike throwing. As soon as Edwards cut down on the walks, he started having way more success. And I know that's not super groundbreaking to say, but it's really true for him.
Absolutely. And this weekend we've seen Bears had 12 walks on Friday night in the loss. Lincoln Memorial had 9 walks.
Yeah.
Yesterday, this first game today, so you can see no free passes this game.
It's a story of this series and of the season thus far. The Bears had enjoyed so much success because they had kept the walks down, and in the first game of the series last night, they were not able to do that. This ball barely grazed by Hall. Clarno can't squeeze it. It's a foul ball, still 1-2.
So you thought Clarno would not catch today, huh?
I assumed he would DH just because of the weather being a little hotter than normal, but got to have your best defenders out there in games like this. The Bears were a little sloppy defensively in Game 1. Early in the game, did kind of clean it up as the game went on. But Patrick maybe could have pitched into the 7th inning as Edwards punches out Chris Hall to start his day. Pounding the outside corner against the lefty. Can't ask for a better start if you're Edwards.
Nope, that's what we want to see. Pounding the strike zone. Gets a lot of swings and misses as it is, so no free passes.
Strikeout to walk ratio this season almost 3-1. He has punched out, even with his walk problems early in the season, has punched out a ton of guys. And now Bowen, who has just been a pest in the best way for Lincoln Memorial, takes down. He's been retired in 2 games twice in the series, was on 5 times last night, on 4 more times in Game 1 today, including a 3-run home run that made people blink here for a second, like, oh, are they really going to do this again? But then the Bears shut the door, no problem. This ball is flared. Can Ramirez get there? Oh, what a play! Eric Ramirez, right in front of us on the warning track, makes a diving play. A heck of a job That's the type of plays the Bears need to make to win games like this.
That was outstanding. Got a great jump, laid out. Whew, send that to top 10.
Woo! A little Sports Center web gem action there.
Might be the best play I've seen. This is game 27 here.
Yeah, that's up there among the best for sure. 2 outs now for Bowles.
Bowles just 1 for 9 in the series.
Yeah, he hasn't really gotten it going at all. Had 1 base knock last night, but 0 for earlier today, down 0-2. Plays like Ramirez just made build so much momentum for teams, and the Bears are a team that just feeds off that type of momentum.
Yeah,
Edward, go ahead.
Coach Ant in the Wise series wanted to get out in a fast start in all that series, and they did. This series we have not. So I'd like to get a 0 here, score some runs in the bottom of the first. Be a big momentum, as you said.
Edwards 1 strike away from doing just that. Austin honored on his senior day today. Loses the grip on the curveball. Versatility is key, right? It was good. The baseball coaches helped me out and gave me some freedom with it, so I was appreciative of that. Bowles barely checked his swing and tipped it back for a foul ball. Still 1-2. Kurth on deck. He hit a home run in game 1 today. Edwards trying to finish him off. From the windup, Austin delivers. Breaking ball up, 2-2. $80-degree day. Just a few breaking clouds, but been beautiful spring sunshine all day long here in Hickory. 2-2. Breaking ball up again. Full count.
Yeah, bases clear, 2 outs. We walked a couple guys last night that came back to haunt us. Definitely don't want to walk the leadoff man. Don't want to walk with 2 outs. We want to close the inning.
Edwards trying to have a perfect first inning. And he does. Blows a fastball past Bowles, strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Edwards. A gorgeous play by Ramirez. Bears trying to strike first. Just a 7-inning series finale. Trying to play themselves into the SAC tournament. Top 4 on the Bear Sports Network.
Find the best coverage options for your personal and commercial.
Celebrate great with Carolina West Wireless. Great new phones and a great customer experience, all on our great nationwide high-speed network. Stop by today and get big savings on select Samsung smartphones, like $350 off the Samsung Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus, and $350 off the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. The great savings continue with 4 lines of unlimited data for just $35 a month per line. Celebrate great savings and go stay connected wherever your travels take you.
Here in the bottom of the first inning against the starting pitcher for the Rail Splitters of Lincoln Memorial. It's Alex Brewer making his 12th start of the season. 3.46 ERAs, pitched 2 complete games, 54 2/3 innings logged, 50 hits off the edge for ball 1. Brewer, sophomore from Knoxville, 6'4", 220, big man. Did not do well in his last start against Coker, only lasted 3 innings, but 7 innings against Catawba, 2 earned runs, 6 innings against Limestone, 1 earned run before that. So he's been a reliable arm. Laskowski goes down as he gets hit in the kneecap, but pops right back up and heads on down to first. Had a chance to meet his parents in from Buffalo this between games, and they were very complimentary of you on the stream, Jason.
Well, that's very nice of them.
Now batting for the Bears, number 23, Drew Yudista.
So a dream start for the Bears.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Just trying to run it out down there. I think it kind of hit him a little bit after he got to first base, but Just a bit of a stinger there on the outside of the kneecap.
Looks all good.
Now Yanesta narrowly missed a home run last night and did not get a hit in game 1 today, but was on 3 times. Got a bases loaded walk, hit by a pitch as well. Just didn't really get that many pitches to hit. I wouldn't give him that many either. Waves and misses at a pitch down and away, strike 1. Rail Splitter defense, after being rock solid last night, was a little shaky in game 1 today.
Only one official error, but a couple other plays that
definitely should have made.
Yep.
Yanesta on a rope to left field. Bell held up. They'll go station to station. It was just too hard hit to try to think about sending David Bell, but single hit by pitch single against Brewer here to start, and the Bears appear to not have lost any of the focus they had in game 1.
Yeah, I think last night really put them in focus. They came out very focused and hot early in game 1, and it's carrying over. As I said, a couple of runs here would be huge.
Coach Ram told us before the game that he had his "we won, but I'm still mad" speech ready for the game last night, and obviously it was turned into a "we lost, and now I'm even more mad" speech. But
I wouldn't want to be in that huddle.
Nope. I was glad that I was a safe distance away. Clarno, fastball down, ball 1. But how about the response so far today?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, they're 33-5 in the last 2 years when they score a run in the first inning, so that's pretty high odds.
Bases loaded, nobody out here. Got to think that they're going to be able to at least push a couple across. Clarno takes. Mast a good block. He's caught just about every inning. They pulled him in the 6th inning of game 1, I think, just to give him a little breather. That game was already basically decided at that point.
Yep, that was a good call by Coach Hayward.
Yeah, Coach Hayward, there's been some questionable coaches, I think, that have come in here this year, but he's not one of them.
No.
Definitely top-notch in the way that this program is run. Clarno waves and misses down, 2 balls and a strike.
Middle,
3 hits and 2 walks in game 1 for Nick.
Middle infield's back. They're playing for the double plays early in the game.
Yeah,
so
concede 2 outs for the run here for sure if you're LMU. Corners, Kurth at first base is in.
He's coming home. Yep.
Harvey at third is a couple of steps behind the bag. 2-1 to Clarno. Breaking ball, outside edge, 2-2.
Nick's 2 for 7 this year with the bases loaded.
They're loaded for him here. 2-2, swing and a miss. Big bounce back there for Brewer to get Clarno. And now Atiles, who hit a grand slam in game 1, has the chance to replicate it here in game 2. That was the final nail in the coffin. It was a 6-0 game. LMU hadn't gotten a hit to that point against Patrick, but they had had some base runners because of walks and errors. They left 5 men on base in the first 3 innings of game 1, but could not score. And once Atiles hit that grand slam in the 6th, that was really it for game 1. Lewis takes, slider up, ball 1.
There's a big strikeout by Brewer there, of course. He's a ground ball away. Getting out of this jam.
Kurth still in front of the base at first. Harvey takes a couple steps back at third, and their standard double play depth up the middle. Hagan, the second baseman, plays up the middle. Atiles flies it to shallow right. Keene goes back towards the line. Will they try it? Yes, they will. Here comes David Bell, and the throw. It's up the line. He's safe. Just enough on it for Atiles. Sacrifice fly and an RBI for him. And the Bears fire the first shot of game 2 as a little piece of the turf came up there on the slide from Bell. But considering the bases were loaded and there was only nobody out, if Brewer can get Perino, count that as a major victory for LMU.
Yes, Keene would love that throwback. He did not. Looked like he had more time to get behind the ball and come up and fire it. When it was hit, I didn't think it was going to be deep enough, but Keene, who, as I said, was a pitcher early on his
If you play hard, if you use your feet to chase fitness goals, if you stand all day at work. Introducing True Energy Infrared Technology Socks. These may be the best socks you ever wear. Our yarn is infused with infrared nanoparticles. Your body's natural heat ignites these tiny particles, producing infrared energy that improves circulation and stimulates cellular recovery. It's not magic, it's rocket science. The perfect sock for your active life, for fitness, performance, recovery. Proven innovation to ignite your true energy.
Top two. First inning goes to the Bears. They lead 1-0. Austin Edwards back to the hill after just a 15-pitch 1-2-3 first inning, which he had a pair of strikeouts. Got a really nice defensive play behind him by Eric Ramirez. Faces Kurth, Mast, and Harvey, 4, 5, and 6 here in the top of the second. Bears loaded the bases with nobody out in their half of the first and were only able to score one run. Tille's the sacrifice fly to bring in David Bell. But still a run in the first. Bears have scored first in both games today after falling behind last night. 0-1 to Kurth, who went deep in the first game, is up. Ball and a strike.
Yeah, it was the first time Kurth has homered in the game they lost this year.
It was his 8th home run. Previous 7 came in wins for the Rail Splitters. Trying to take 2 out of 3 this weekend. Popped up right side. Perino takes a peek, and it just lands foul on the opposite side of the bricks.
All right, so a win and a Queens win with a 4 seed.
Yep, with Queens in that 3-4 game on Friday night.
Yep, we just hit first.
Yep.
If we win and Queens lose,
3 seed.
we're the 3 seed, yep, and we would play whoever has the tiebreak, and depends on Catawba wins too, be a 3-way tie.
It's a strikeout of Kurth to start the second.
In that case, it'd be a 3-way tie with Lincoln Memorial, Queens. Oh, actually, Lincoln Memorial is not tied because they have a makeup game, so that knocks them down. So it'll be Queens and Catawba.
Well, so it just comes down to
Yep.
Queens versus Catawba in the.
And
Queens leads 4-3 in the 4th inning of Game 2. That's just the 7-inning game against Wise. Mast fouls the first pitch back off the screen. Strike 1.
the good news is since the first game took 3 hours and 23 minutes, every other game should be done before.
Yeah, so we'll know.
Yeah.
There is a silver lining in these long games. 0-1 to Mast. Down low.
Anderson was biting for the 8 seed. They had a lead against Carson Newman game, but Carson Newman battled back, and that officially knocks Anderson out. So
Yeah, they were up 5-0 in that
I
game,
know.
and Carson Newman came back to win.
Yep. So it looks like Mars Hill will be the 8.
There's a line drive and a base hit into left field. Over at Tille's. Mast has the first hit of the game for Lincoln Memorial, who didn't get their first hit of the game earlier today until the 6th inning. So good piece of hitting there by Mast to get the Rail Splitters going.
Yeah, someone jinxed that.
Yeah.
We know who.
Yep, that'd be me. Now Harvey, third baseman who came into this series swinging a scorching hot bat, but hasn't really gotten it going here in Hickory.
Yeah, which is good. 1 for 8 only on the series.
Rolls the ball foul.
Coming off his 4 for 4 game on Tuesday, so still 5 for 12 for the week, which is always a good week.
Perino, by the way, in the first game had 1 RBI, 57 on the year, 4 off the single season program record of 61.
Yep.
Be nice to get him there today, but probably a pipe dream there. Harvey takes down and away, a ball and a strike.
I'm okay if he gets there on Friday.
Well, that would be nice.
Yep.
1-1 on Harvey here. Look over there. The running game basically shut down in game 1 by the Bears.
How many stolen bases do they have?
0.
Exactly.
After 9 last night.
9 was a season high for them. They had 8 ones. 0 just for the 6th time this year they had no stolen bases.
Didn't really have the guys on to steal, which I guess is the most effective way to stop a running game.
Yeah.
Back to the screen, 1 and 2.
Hard to steal first. Unless you're in that minor league rule that the ball gets the backstop and you have to run to first.
Oh, it's just a big old mess there in the minor league baseball. Newberry, by the way, won 10-1 over Coker, so they have locked themselves into the 2 seed. Wingate, the SAC champion, locked that up today with a win over Mars Hill. Punch Harvey out of there. 4th strikeout for Edwards. He says he's had 2 in the first 2 innings. And the second out here in the top of the second.
Yeah, so 1 seed, 2 seed, and the 7 seed being Carson Newman are locked up heading into that. So 5 seeds are still in play.
And Queens, Lenoir-Rhyne, Lincoln Memorial, Catawba. Those are 4 of the 5 that will be in some order. We don't know what order, but those 4 teams will 100% be there.
Yep, and Mars Hill and Coco will be battling for the 8. So Coco needs to pull an upset and have some tiebreaker against Mars Hill, not Mars Hill get the bid.
Well, if Coker loses to Newberry in game 2 today, then they're out. Mars Hill is in.
Exactly, or Mars Hill pulls an upset against Wingate, which the first game was just 3-1.
3-1, yeah. Lions gave the Bulldogs all they wanted. There's a runner. Pitch is high. Clareno's first chance of game 2 is money. Running game completely shut down today so far. And Edwards faces the minimum in the second. Single by Master Raced. Bears looking to extend a 1-0 lead after this on the Bear Sports Network.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
Kudastober Ramirez, bottom 2. Bears up 1-0 in the bottom of the second in this 7-inning game against Brewer, the starter, who put the first 3 men he faced on in the first. Single, hit by pitch, single. But only allowed 1 run. Kuda takes off the plate, ball 1.
Yeah, all that was just 13 pitches, too.
Yeah, pretty impressive to load the bases. There's a sacrifice fly in there, a couple of hits, and only 13 pitches. Wave and a miss for Kuda, who's in a real bad funk right now.
Yeah.
Got to get him out of it before next weekend. Bears desperately need that bat to be good. It can be good. We've seen it all year long, and here it is to center field. Hall back, looking up, and he gets burned. 2-hop in the wall. Kuda puts his head down and heads for third. That'll get him out of the funk. A triple.
I thought Hall was going to get there.
So did I. Off the bat, I thought Hall had a great chance. Must have misread that ball. He really has struggled today in center field.
Definitely did that one ball hit to him in the first game that led to Bell's triple. He misplayed that, I thought, as well, and got pulled.
Yeah, he got handcuffed by that one earlier, and what do you do now? Bunt with Stober?
Obviously, they know it's coming. Look
Yeah,
how
look
close
at the
Javi
infield.
is. Sometimes you zag and you zag.
Yeah, or to throw a wild pitch, which is what happened earlier.
Yep.
Almost one there. Good snag by Mast.
I don't like the sack bunt with the squeeze with no outs.
Yeah.
I'm more of a one-out squeeze person, but Stober's so good at it. But
Yeah, he usually gets on.
yeah,
Swinging away.
yeah, I like the swing away. Plus, Ramirez has done it because he did it on Monday night. So
Yeah.
And with
Second triple of the year for Kuda, by the way.
So infield's in for Lincoln Memorial, telling you how they think Edwards' stuff looks.
100%. And I talked to Derek Beasley before the game, and he said that if we could just have the Eddie we've been seeing, we're going to be just fine. Stober off the mound, picked up there by Bowen. Probably could have gone home, Kuda, but he does not. Stober gives him a look like, what are you doing, man? Bounces off, I think, the rubber of the mound. Bowen, who's been really good defensively all series long, makes another play.
Yeah, bad bounce there. The little pass, a little front of it is in center field. But obviously Kuda wasn't going on contact. It was a little strange, maybe with no outs. Coach Ram has it, make sure it gets past the infield. But I'm looking for a bunt here.
Ramirez swings,
That'll
flares a ball, and that'll work just fine. An RBI single for Eric Ramirez. No bunt needed. Doubles the lead. It's 2-0.
Yeah, good time for his first hit of the series, too.
Right? And now the hottest bat in this lineup coming up.
Absolutely.
6 hits in the series for David, 5 of them extra base. 2 triples, 2 doubles, a home run, and a single. Finished a single short of the cycle last night. Led the Bears off with a single here today and scored the run in the first inning. Single runs in each of the first 2. Swing through on the first pitch he sees this time around from Brewer.
Here's the Hickory win we're used to this season.
Yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world because of the breeze factor, but
The bounce house is about ready to bounce.
about ready to fly away. Bell, he's unconscious. It's flying in there like a beach ball right now to David Bell. He's 2 for 2. The Bears have 2 on and 1 out with Laskowski coming out.
I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. He's a career 300 hitter.
Yeah, but it's just coming in bunches in this series.
2 triples, home run, doubles, now 2 straight singles this game.
Cole hit by a pitch in the first. Bears have already come around again here in the second. Left 2 on in the first, 2 on here with just 1 out. Harvey even with the bag, waiting for a bunt. Doesn't get a bunt. Instead, it's a roller to Hagan, who flips. Can they turn 2? They can. Just when you think you have them, Lincoln Memorial brings themselves right back into the game. 4-6-3 double play. Holds the Bears to just a single run again in the second. We'll have Josh Lanham on the broadcast coming up next on the Bears Sports Network.
fans, Dave here with Everett Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac, your local hometown dealer since 1967. Come see us in Hickory or Morganton to check out all of GM's hottest new products, the area's largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, and service you can depend on. Visit us online at everettchevy.com. Good luck to the Bears this season, and remember, if you didn't get an Everett deal, you didn't get a deal at all. Go Bears!
Emergencies don't wait. Get to the hospital. Accidents happen. Get well soon. When it hurts to move forward, tackle your pain. Don't make your health wait. See your doctor. Your health means everything.
Clinch a top 4 seed in the SAC tournament. Happy to be joined by Lenoir-Rhyne ace right-handed pitcher Josh Lanham. Josh, glad we were able to do this one more time before the season ended.
No, stop playing with him. I love talking to you, Eric.
All right, so I want to talk to you about this series so far. Obviously, last night didn't go the way you guys wanted to. You gave the guys a good start, 6 innings, 2 runs, but the team has seemed to be super focused showing up to the park today. Can you just tell us about the mindset of the team after last night?
I just feel like we felt like it was a team loss. It just wasn't like how we play, and we were like, yo, today, I mean, it's the last day, senior day. You know, the last games of the season, we trying to go crazy. So we've been going crazy today. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, tell me about Austin Edwards so far. He's been money.
Oh, he's going crazy right now. Dude, line up the radar. I think he's like 93, 94 right now. He struck out like 5 already. We're in the third. He struck out at least 3.
He struck out 4.
4?
One
yeah,
away.
He's going crazy.
Faced the minimum so far.
Yep.
Keen, there's the breaking ball. Strike 1. And you mentioned senior day. Obviously, you're still a relatively young player in this program, but what have these 13 guys that are playing their final home game today meant to you?
Oh, they're the loves of my life, I swear. They're so nice and so charming, and they just, every time you come to the field, I mean, I said this last time we were on the interview, but, you know, you just come to the field looking forward to it. You walk in the locker room, you're like, you're a little voice, and just stop playing with them. Love all the guys. I can't wait to see what they do after college. I just wonder what they do. It's funny to know these guys, like for baseball, hey, ooh, they hit the food truck.
Just barely missed it.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny to think about, like, my boy Mackie graduating.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Mackie, a lawyer?
Hey, man, you never know when you need some representation later in life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine I go to court for something, and Mackie comes in, he's my lawyer. I'm like, what up, boy?
Hey, hopefully Matt's going to have Matt's going to be on the case for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully he won't need to be on the case for you.
He's a very smart guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 2 2s popped up, out of play again. But so how about David Bell right now? I mean, the guy can't get him out.
Yeah, he's hot as a match right now. I think he scored 5 runs today so far.
Yeah.
Yep. So that means he's got on base at least 5 times, and he's scored at least 5 times for all those back home.
Thank you.
And he's really just going crazy for us. We moved him up to the leadoff spot, and you know he's enjoying it. So we'll see. I hope it works out for us. I hope it works out for him because he's going crazy.
Yeah, no, he finished a single short of the cycle last night, and he gets a chance here in right field. Josh was right; had to come in.
Just as we were speaking about it.
That's right. Hey, don't you just love it when a plan comes together on the broadcast?
I swear,
dude,
I love it.
Doesn't happen as often as I would like it to for me, but you know what? Maybe we just need to have you on more often.
Hey, I mean, I guess I'm a fortune teller when it comes to this.
I guess so. All right, tell me about the SAC tournament and your experience in it last year. You didn't start, but you came in and fired, what was it, 5 or 6 innings in relief?
Yeah, I went 6 innings, came in bases loaded in I think it was in the 3rd.
Yeah,
3rd inning.
Came in bases loaded in the 3rd, went strikeout, ground out, and then erred on a line, or maybe it was a hit, I don't know, but they scored 2, but then I just shut them down from there, from all the way to the 7th, I think.
Did you like pitching in that stadium?
Yeah, it was very nice. Very nice.
It's Hill A's.
Nice play.
Great play.
Very nice atmosphere. You know, we had some guys come from, like, we probably had 4 or 5 sets of parents come and watch us in the tournament, so it's nice having some home crowd feelings there. But, playing in a stadium is a lot different. It feels like
it's a double-A ballpark.
Yeah, it feels like your adrenaline gets going. You know you have to do it.
Yeah. All right. So you're up for SAC Pitcher of the Year. If there's anyone out there listening that has a vote, give me the case for Josh Lanham for SAC Pitcher of the Year.
Right. He just stopped playing with everybody. You saw the case. You want the numbers? You want what I feel about it?
Whatever you think is going to sell you the best.
I have pitched 72 innings. I think that's the most in the conference
right
now. Going crazy. I don't know if I have the most in anything else. I think I'm in first for wins, maybe.
Tied for first for wins.
Yeah.
Would have been in first if they could have gotten it for you last night, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't really care. As long as we come back and win 2 today, win the series, that's all we want.
And then, if
get a seat right here.
See if Eddie can finish it off here.
Yep.
Oh, barely.
I called the heater.
Yeah. So when Eddie's at his best, what's the best pitch? Is it just the fastball?
It's just the heater.
Just the heater?
His curveball's pretty nasty, but, just no one can catch up 94. It's so smooth when he comes down the mound, and it's just on.
His delivery is just effortless, isn't it?
Right
here he goes.
Yep.
Just missed.
Come on, man.
Tell me about the zone last night. Was it tight?
It was a little tight, but, you got to throw it better every time, so I just do it better, and I started working halves rather than corners. Because if you work corners, you miss a little off, then it's obviously not on the plate. But if you work halves, you have more of a bigger margin to work.
See if Eddie can finish it off on this pitch.
Yeah,
he sure can. See ya. That's what Josh says. Josh, you're the man. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let's do this again.
Sounds good, man. Josh Lanham on the Bears Sports Network. LR up 2. Looking to stretch it in the bottom of the 3rd next on the Bears Sports Network.
Celebrate great with Carolina West Wireless. Great new phones and a great customer experience, all on our great nationwide high-speed network. Stop by today and get big savings on select Samsung smartphones, like $350 off the Samsung Galaxy S20 and S20 Plus, and $350 off the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. The great savings continue with 4 lines of unlimited data for just $35 a month per line. Celebrate great savings and go stay connected wherever your travels take you.
Yanesta Clerno Attiles. Bottom 3 of this 7-inning rubber match between the Bears of Lenoir-Rhyne, Rail Splitters of Lincoln Memorial. Eric Bach, Jason Stubbe. How about Josh Lanham, man? Just the best guy there is,
great
right?
Personality, great talent. Can't wait to watch him on the field in the postseason here.
He's got the full package, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yanesta takes a strike. He's singled in the first. Bears already have 5 hits through 2. Did leave a couple on in each of the first 2 innings. Yanesta 1-1.
We've been talking about SAC tournament, but low-key another big thing is NCAA tournament.
Sure.
You win this game, you tie for 3rd in the conference. You lose, you fall to 6th, and it's tough to put in a team that finished 6th in your conference in a 17 tournament.
Yeah, and obviously, it's not complete make or break because it does depend a lot on what happens in the SAC tournament.
Yep.
But you're right. This is just crucially important, and the margin for error today was 0 after last night.
Yep.
Yanesta, bouncer left side, Bowen off the big hop, has been money this weekend and continues to be for the first out.
Yeah, you said that. He's been outstanding there.
And his hit, too. He's got to have been the MVP of the series, at least position player-wise, for Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Gouda's done a good job this series for them as well, out and left and a little bit in center.
Clarno punched out. That was the big out that Brewer got in the first when the bases were loaded with nobody out and struck out Clarno. Atiles hit the sac fly, and then Perino lined out. That ended that first inning. The Brewers played with fire a bit, but has seemed to have settled in a bit here in this inning.
Yeah, first inning is always the inning to get a good starting pitcher, and we got one out of the first. We got one in the second, which is nice too. But now he's gonna settle it in and give him a couple more innings and hand it off to Franklin, Nichols, and great arms they have in the bullpen.
Bottom of the zone, 1-2. Senior day for Clarno, who raised his batting average. It's hard to raise your batting average by 10 points in a game at this juncture of the season with how many at-bats these guys have, but Clarno did it in game 1. 3 for 3 with 2 walks. Up to 385 was 375 going in. 1-2 off the plate.
So that's a 13-game hit streak for him now, right?
That's right. One of 3 Bears with the OPS over 1,000. Actually, one of 5 Bears. Cuda, Bell, Perino, Clarno, Yanesta.
He's one that, when it comes to the conference team, him and Carlos Hernandez from Anderson, back and forth. Who's going to win first-team all-conference there?
Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously, we're a little biased, but Clarno would have my vote.
I agree. I hope he has about 12 other coaches' votes.
Yeah.
Probably 11. I'm sure Anderson will vote for the guy.
I don't think you can vote for your own players.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So I guess Coach Ram's vote and Anderson's vote will cancel out each other.
Yep.
Clarno, did he go too far? Ooh, my goodness. I thought he did, and the umpire said he didn't. And the LMU dugout understandably upset.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah.
But my vote don't count.
Clarno gets another chance on 3-2 and fouls it off himself in the box. Become a little bit more windy here as we've gotten going in game 2 today. Bears trying to finish the season 25-2 at home.
That's pretty decent.
You think?
We got to be the first team to play 50 games.
Another full count pitch, another foul ball.
That'd be the 40th win.
Yes.
40-10 would be pretty nice.
Rhett Durham, who's the donor that donated Durham Field turf, was in the dugout before the game, figuring out what the incentive for the guy should be for getting to 40. Clarno's got another base knock, and he's aboard with 1 gone here in the 3rd.
14-game hitting streak heading into the postseason.
Not too shabby.
Now batting for the Bears, number 5, Luis Atiles.
Luis Atiles drove in the first run of the game in the first with a sac fly. Hit a grand slam in game 1 today. 5 RBI day on his final show here in Hickory. Down and away, ball 1. Brewer has allowed at least 1 base runner in all 3 innings so far, and at least 1 hit in all 3 innings. Atiles swings through. Clarno to second on the wild pitch. That was a no-doubter that Lewis hit in the first game today. Took a 6-0 game to 10-0 and effectively secured the win for the Bears.
Well, I'm glad this grand slam, he waited till everyone.
Yeah, waited to not pass everyone. Should have been his second Grand Slam at home this year. We mentioned that on the broadcast in Game 1 about how he passed somebody in that situation earlier this
sack fly might get him in the top of the nation. I think he was like 6 coming into this weekend.
He's got 7 on the season now. 2-2.
Ooh,
This might be more than a sack fly. Haul back, and it'll stay in the park and will be plenty deep enough for the 8th sacrifice fly of the season for Louis Attile. Second in this game. Gets the 3rd run home. Single digits in each of the first 3 for the Bears, who inch ever closer to that top 4 seed in the sack tournament. But those 2 wild pitches just completely did that for Brewer. So 2 RBIs and no official at-bats in this one for Lewis. And now the base is empty for Perino. Tony takes the belt, strike 1. Off the outer edge, ball on a strike.
Yeah, so 8 sack flies is 3rd in the nation now.
Take a look at the Queens score coming up after this half inning. Reno breaking ball at the knee, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leaves it down in the dirt.
For how hard the wind's blowing, that ball did not carry that well.
It's more gusty than consistent wind, I think.
Off the bat, I thought that might have had a chance.
I thought it had a chance for sure. Perino down on strikes and the side is retired. But the Bears add another. We head to the 4th. 3-0 Lenoir-Rhyne with Austin Edwards facing the top of the rail splitter order coming up after this.
If you play hard, if you use your feet to chase fitness goals, if you stand all day at work, introducing True Energy Infrared Technology Socks. These may be the best socks you ever wear. Our yarn is infused with infrared nanoparticles. Your body's natural heat ignites these tiny particles, producing infrared energy that improves circulation and stimulates cellular recovery. It's not magic, it's rocket science. The perfect sock for your active life, for fitness, performance, recovery. Proven innovation to ignite your true energy.
We're moving. Top 4, 3-0 Bears in this 7-inning game. Austin Edwards to the mound. Faced the minimum through 3. Did give up 1 hit to Mast in the second, but he was erased on a caught stealing. Chris Hall looks to bunt. Goes too far around strike 1. An interesting score at Catawba in the 7th inning of the 7-inning game. Tusculum leads the Indians 4-2. So
Yep. So
if the Bears win this game, it doesn't really matter what Catawba does. But if Lincoln Memorial were to come back, then Catawba losing would help the Bears in that they would not have to be the 6 seed; they'd be the 5 seed.
Yeah. Yeah, and Catawba loses, they'll be locked into the 6 seed, play Carson Newman at 7:30 on Thursday, which will be
That'll
entertaining.
be interesting.
Yes. Assuming Greg Brown goes, I like Catawba there.
Yeah, me too. Carson leads UVA-wise 7-3 in the bottom of the 5th.
Yep. So if that score holds and our score holds, Queens will be the 3, will be the 4, and we'll see each other Friday night.
2-2 on Chris Hall.
Which that first game is huge. Huge.
Especially in a double elimination tournament. You always want to win that first game.
Yep. And where the bracket is, the 3-4 loser plays the winner of the Wingate.
Yes. Probably Wingate.
Wingate Catawba, assuming Catawba beats Carson Newman. Yeah, so more than likely Wingate. I want to see them Sunday, not Saturday.
Yeah,
and lose and go home against Wingate.
If the Bears are in that 3-4 game, Newberry's locked into the 2, which means that if with a win, assuming Newberry wins, that they'll see Newberry for the first time this year. And
I'm okay with that.
Seems like Newberry's a little bit more doable than Wingate, at least at this juncture. 2-2 to Hall. Swing and a miss, tipped it into the glove. Austin Edwards has the A+ stuff today when he needed it the most.
And the one thing with Newberry that will help us is they run like LMU does, and just playing LMU this weekend is going to help us against Newberry.
Can't steal if you're not on base. And
Patrick does a really good job, assuming he'll get to start him or Edwards. They both do a good job with base runners. So,
yeah, you got to think that it'll be Lanham first against Queens.
Yes.
Assuming both scores hold. Taking at the bottom of the zone is Bowen, strike 1.
That Queens offense is good with Cheek and player year candidate Bassington. So, as we saw on Tuesday, they can score fast.
Swinging through is Bowen at a pitch at his ankles. All the stuff working right now for Austin Edwards. This is the guy that they thought they had. It's been some bumps in the road this year for Edwards, but in crunch time, he's been awesome. Bowen fouls it off.
Yeah, there's just pitched 50, so 10 outs and 50 pitches is very efficient, especially with the strikeouts.
Houston, Freeble, Cockerham all down there in the bullpen. Nobody throwing, just kind of getting loose. 0-2. Right in the air to Edwards. Has to make a good throw and does. Fields his position. 2 outs.
And as a pitcher, that's not an easy play to make.
Especially with a guy that runs as well as Bowen does on the base pass.
Now batting for the Rail Splitters, number 36, Carson Bowles.
Now Bowles punched out to end the first. 1 of 6 for Edwards. First pitch swinging, fouling off to the parking lot.
So if these scores hold, LMU be the 5. They'll play Mars Hill. They win. They play Newberry. Gee, that might be the first one to 10 stolen bases.
LMU matching up with Newberry.
Yep.
Interesting. 0-1. 0-2.
I might like LMU in that game. And then if we beat Queens, could be a rematch on Saturday.
Lincoln Memorial will need a, again, this is all assuming that this score holds here, but LMU will need better starting pitching than what they got this weekend to beat Newberry, in my opinion. The Bears, his best in the regular season finale, trying to add to a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th, coming up next on the Bears Sports Network.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
Bottom 4, Bears have single runs in each of the first 3 innings of this 7-inning series finale. They lead at 3-0. Austin Edwards has faced the minimum through 4. Did give up 1 hit in the second, but he was erased on a caught stealing. 7, 8, 9. Kuda takes on the corner, strike 1. Kuda, Stober, Ramirez coming up against Brewer, who has done well to keep it 3-0 in my opinion.
Yeah, we could have easily put a cricket number on the board in a couple of these innings.
Kuda goes fishing, 0-2. Triple and a run scored for Wade in the second. Broke a 1 for 20 funk.
And
but another base knock would be good. Here it is up the middle. Bowen to his left behind the second base bag. Sidearms, and they got him by a step. Heck of a play by Bowen, who has showed off the arm talent here this weekend.
Yeah, he stays calm and collected. He knows his arm strength. Wade comes up a little limp in there. I hope he's okay.
So now Stober.
That doesn't look good.
You're talking about Kuda. I thought you were talking about Bowen. Yes.
No, Kuda did. I don't know if he hit the base funny, twisted it, or looked like his right knee based on what I
The good thing, if the Bears do win this game, is that they'll be off a week until Friday. Get the arms ready, get the guys healthy. Stober behind the first fastball from Brewer, strike 1.
It's strange to me that all SAC conference tournament is this weekend. Peach Belt Conference, Carolina, most conferences are the first weekend in May.
It's probably the only time they could get Smoky Stadium. Ball on a strike. You know, with the 6-game series now in minor league baseball, the Smokies are probably at home the first weekend of May, I would assume. Because
they were home this weekend for sure.
Generally, they try to just alternate. Play at home for 6, road for 6. You're not on the road. There's a couple, especially with the Fred Nats this summer. Stober, that's low, and it's called a strike.
Yeah, I've done the minor league 12 out of 13 days last year, and that's that's strain on your staff.
Oh, 100%. And there's one stretch in July. Stober bounces another one to Bowen, who's been busy, and that's the first error of the day. I think Stober might have been safe anyway, but that throw, Bowen had to rush it, and it was wild to first, and Bryce is aboard.
As of right now, I think it's a single. I might need to watch that again. The high chopper with Stober running. So single at the moment, but we'll take another look at here lately.
But anyway, back to the minor league thing. There's one stretch where the Fred Nats have 12 games in a row at home, and one stretch where they have 12 in a row on the road. So one of each. Sometimes it's scheduled the way ballpark availability, because these minor league parks don't only host baseball.
Yeah, and when they set up with the Smokies,
Ramirez by Matt Risden foul.
They went on this schedule since COVID. They went to this. They tried it last year, and most teams loved it. So they stuck
the 6-game series you're talking about. Yes. I enjoy it as somebody who's kind of in it right now. Yeah. I think, it gets a little stale maybe at the end playing the same team 6 games in a row, but it is nice to be home for a week. Yeah. And then, if you're going to be somewhere on the road, to be in one place for the week instead of, going 3 games one place and then getting on the bus and going 3 games another place. If you're going to be on the road for 6, it may as well be in the same place.
And usually at that time they had 2 teams follow each other, like Greenville will come to Hickory this weekend, and then Augusta will go Hickory, and Greenville and Augusta will follow each other. But this now what days your days off is Monday.
Yep.
But the thing I don't like is 4th of July falls on a Monday, Memorial Day's falling on a Monday. There ain't no baseball.
Well, but they have scheduled, at least with the Fred Nats, we are hosting a Tuesday through Sunday.
They changed,
and they moved the Tuesday game up to Monday, the 4th of July, and then Tuesday's the off day.
Yeah, they need to do that. They need to do that Memorial Day as well, too.
Yeah.
Because Memorial Day needs to be baseball.
Nothing more American than baseball on Memorial Day and the 4th of July. 0-2 on Eric Ramirez, and he punches out up top. Upset with himself, but Brewer gets a strikeout before David Bell comes up with 2 outs. But anyway, that was a long way of saying that I'll bet you that the reason that the SAC tournament is a week earlier than the rest is because of the availability of the stadium.
And when whoever the conference tournament goes starting next year, I like to see it the same week. I like to see it a week later. That's my view. Because now you play the tournament and you have to wait an extra week if you make the postseason.
I hear that for sure. Maybe it'll be here in Hickory next year. David Bell.
We'll send you off in a great way, huh?
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Strike one. 2 for 2, runs scored. 6 hits in the series.
Tusslum's hosting it pretty much then.
Yeah, Carson Newman's handling the media part of it.
Yeah, because Tusslum would be at home.
Streaming and the statting of it. Ball and a strike to David Bell. If you're interested in going to the 2022 South Atlantic Conference Baseball Championship at Smoky Stadium in Kodak, Tennessee, tickets and all the information you could possibly need are under the Championships tab of the SAC website, which is thesac.com. Pitch in the dirt, throw to second, not nearly in time. A good jump for Stober.
Yes, he saw the ball was going into the dirt, which turf, and he read the downward angle on the ball and took a great jump. And again, another runner in scoring position, 2 outs. And as we know, we like 2-out RBIs.
Sure do. Well, I was wrong. The Smokies are on the road the following weekend in Birmingham. Bell, breaking ball, bottom of the zone, 2-2.
Yeah, I would like to see this make rain up games, a couple non-conference games. It is what it is.
Well, I'm sure Coach Ram will find somebody to play.
Can't. This is 50.
Exhibition-wise. 2-2 to Bell. Did he go around?
Yeah, he definitely did.
Let's see what they say. Lincoln Memorial thinks it's strike 3. Time is called. Why don't they just check?
Bell thinks it hit him?
Why don't they just check to see?
I think it hit him. But
Lincoln Memorial thinks he swung. Mast is going back to the dugout, the catcher.
Even if it hit him, I thought he swung.
And if you swing, if it hits you, you have to stay right there. Or
how many times this weekend have we seen these conferences? And they've done a great job, don't get me wrong, which is the right thing to do.
It seems like kind of an unnecessary conference. It's either he swung or he didn't.
Point, you hands up or you point. But for me, Bell went. Lincoln Memorial's heading out the dugout. Stober's on third after the umpire told him to go back to second.
Yeah. They say that he swung. I think that's right. Coach Ram's going to want an explanation, understandably so, but I think they got it right.
Yeah, I do too.
So a strikeout to end the 4th for Brewer, and we go to the 5th. See if Austin Edwards can keep on facing the minimum when you come back to Durham Field on the Bear Sports Network.
Cordell Harris Insurance Agency, a family-owned and operated business serving the Hickory area since 1981, where we strive to take care of you and your den like family. As an independent insurance agency, we offer a vast spectrum of coverage for your commercial and personal insurance needs with our extensive network of providers. Cordell Harris Insurance Agency is a proud sponsor of Lenoir-Rhyne Athletics. Protect your den with Cordell Harris. Go Bears!
We're back here, top 5, after a bit of a prolonged time between innings there as the umpires sorted it all out with the strikeout of David Bell. Edwards back to work, 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Kurth, Mast, and Harvey. Ryan Kurth takes strike 1. A couple of defensive changes for the Bears. Wade Kuda, who you noticed was limping after he grounded out in the last inning, has exited the game. Kurth not close to hitting that pitch, 0-2. So he's replaced in center field by Brett Urey. And also Laskowski is out of the game at second base, which is a little bit more puzzling.
Yes.
As Healy, who ended the game at third base in game 1 today, is taking over for him at second. His senior day, 1-2.
Yeah, I don't think...
I didn't see it. Laskowski did get hit by the pitch earlier, and he seemed to be fine. He ran the bases after that, and I think went out for another inning to play defense.
But you could tell something wasn't right.
Breaking ball up and away, 2-2 on Kurth.
And as we said, how meaningful this game is, I'd rather be safe on injuries based on next week.
Well, yeah.
So maybe just being safe.
Little 3-0 lead. The way Edwards is going, maybe feels secure enough to take 2 of the...
It's not like he had a great double in the last game.
Kurth down on strikes. Edwards' fourth strikeout in the last 5 batters. He's got 8 for the game. Second time Kurth has gone down. And the Rail Splitters have not come close to cracking the code of Austin Edwards so far today.
Absolutely. Then I want to watch here. That's his 60th pitch. His longest pitching is 89 back in February. He hasn't got to 70 yet.
It's a high chopper left side. Ramirez gets it in fair territory. What a play. He has been magic with the glove here in game 2. Grabbed it just in fair territory and gets masked. And quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
Yes, another great play. Came out, charged it. If he got in the short hop and not that I got by him, that could be a double.
Yeah.
Because it would have stayed fair.
Yeah.
Because it bounced right before the base and hooked down the foul line.
Harvey, strike 1. And that's been the difference for Edwards is strike throwing, getting ahead of batters. That's what he wasn't doing when he was struggling. And always working from behind, always working with traffic. And today it's been ahead.
Yeah, that's what, 12 out of the 15 first pitch strikes. That's huge. When you work an account, work ahead in the count, you can throw any pitch, any time.
The Bears even cut down maybe 1 or 2 walks last night. This game would probably
not matter.
Be a little less dramatic. 1-2 as Harvey almost swung out of his shoes there.
Yeah, you can't give 15 free passes to any team, let alone a good team like MLU.
1-2 to Harvey. Downstairs. Edwards, who walked in the senior day ceremonies today. 2-2, spiked. With his wife, Emily. They've been married since 2019. Austin's only 23, so they got together young. She followed him here to Hickory. And they couldn't be happier.
That's awesome.
3-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Healy off the heel of his glove and into right center field for a base hit. Oh, I thought he was going to make a great play to end the inning, but it's the second hit of the game for Lincoln Memorial. And Harvey's got himself aboard with 2 outs.
Yeah, great effort by Ryan. Just missed it off the top of the head. It's tough with that sun bearing him down, too, on him.
That would have been quite the highlight for his senior day. Yep. Hit a double off the wall in the first game. I thought it was, too.
Yep.
And
Nick just wants a little chat.
Clarnell's going to take his time going out to the mound.
It's been a while since Edwards been in the stretch, so.
No Derek Beasley. Probably talking about the plan to keep Harvey from running.
Yeah, they like to run a little bit.
You know he's going to be on the move if given the chance.
Yeah, 2 outs especially. I mean, what's the worst case? You get thrown out. Lead off the inning with Keene next inning. Still, my play of the game right now was Keene's just not getting enough to throw on that sac fly until he's in the first. That could have been a game changer.
Yeah, they throw Bell out. Who knows? Keene. First pitch hacking off the screen. Strike one. I thought it was interesting when I asked Josh Lanham what Edwards' best pitch is, and he, without hesitation, said the fastball, and that's what's been doing the work for him today.
Yeah, it looks like a little more oomph on it. Maybe he's a warm weather. Maybe he likes pitching when it's warm.
I mean, he's from Iowa. Not sure that's the warmest climate. Runner goes. Clarno to second. Oh, Healy couldn't quite catch it out there. Oh, Clarno, you literally cannot put it any better. Low and on the ground right next to the second base bag, and I think the slide of Harvey may have disrupted Healy there a bit. But a man in scoring position now for the Rail Splitters with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th, looking for their first run. This is a 7-inning game, remember, so less outs to work with if you're the Rail Splitters. On 1-1. With 2 outs, back-to-back hits. Maybe that's the spark Lincoln Memorial needs here to try to mount another comeback.
Yeah, that drop ball there by Healy's came back to hurt. Earlier this year, Anderson did that. We got the benefit of that and led to a rally. Let's hope it doesn't lead to a rally here for MLU.
Tucker Hagan, who got the big hit in the 11th inning last night, to 2-run single to put the Rail Splitters up 9-7. They were able to hold the lead and win the game. This feels like a pretty big spot here. If Edwards can strand this runner, 2-run lead is still pretty comfortable. Breaking ball across the zone, strike one.
I think we'll start getting action in the pen.
Yep, got Braden Houston up and throwing. This feels like a Braden Houston type game. Did struggle Friday night. Didn't have his command like he normally does, but today is a new day. 0-1. Wave and a miss. That was not close there for Hagan.
Yeah, the last couple swings on the Edwards' breaking ball have not been that close.
No. RBI double for Keene.
So, you going back to the heat there, or you going back to off speed here?
I feel like you got to just stick to the fastball.
Outside,
play the hits.
Upside, maybe have him chase a little bit.
Edwards delivers the breaking ball, and it misses low and away, 1-2.
Back-to-back breaking ball. So now I'd definitely be throwing that fastball. Maybe after that one, come up and in because he's been leaning out on these breaking balls. So maybe jam him in.
It's Keene's 7th double of the year, 32nd RBI. He stands at second base. And Edwards is thinking about him back there.
Well, we know they're not afraid to steal third on any situation.
That's what tied the game for him last night in the 9th. Tried to steal third. Throw went high into left field, and the tying run came home to score. Tying run to the plate right now is Hagan. Edwards delivers.
Yeah, there's that
fought off. Wind's starting to pick up here.
It's crazy.
Can't ever go a full day of baseball in Hickory without the wind becoming a factor, can you?
The Windy City.
There are a lot of hills. Kind of makes sense. 1-2. Hagan punched out. Edwards gives up his first run of the day, but nothing more. And we're going to the bottom of the 5th with the Bears up 2, looking to extend the lead. Coming up next on the Bears Sports Network.
Welcome to Everett Chevrolet. How may I help you? Help? That's what we're here to do. Help you buy your next dream vehicle. Start your deal at everettchevy.com or swing by for a quick and hassle-free experience. And remember, if you didn't get an Everett deal, you didn't get a deal at all. Everett is a proud sponsor of the LR Bears.
Bottom 5, Yuri Ynesta Klerno coming up. So Yuri in the lineup spot for Laskowski.
Yeah, so they did a old-fashioned double switch.
He actually replaced Kuda defensively. Takes breaking ball, strike 1. And Laskowski exited after he got hit by the pitch. Assume that everything's okay. A little bit more cautionary there for Cole. Brett swings and misses. Quickly 0-2 on him.
You don't see that old-fashioned double switch anymore.
Brett 12 for 52 this year in 31 games and 10 starts. 9 RBIs. Takes strike 3. Punched out on 3 pitches, and Brewer has really settled himself into this game. His team got their first run of the game in the top half of the 5th. Things certainly not very secure right now for the Bears. Need a couple more insurance runs.
If you take away hit, he gave up 6 runs against Wise 4 starts ago in 2 innings. You take that start out, he has a 1.88 ERA in his last 7 starts, which would be second best in the conference. So he has great stuff.
Gave up single runs in each of the first 3 innings. Ynesta rolls a ball foul. Drew got him for a single in the first, then grounded out to Bowen at shortstop in the 3rd. You see Hagan, the second baseman, up the middle. Ton of room on the right side. They shift him left. Swings and misses, 0-2. Houston and Butler both down in the Bear bullpen.
You let Edwards go back out, don't
you?
you?
100%.
Okay, good, yeah. I agree.
Just, to have the guys ready.
Yeah, I agree.
Ynesta, bouncer left side, cut off by Harvey in front of the shortstop. Bowen, and Harvey makes a good play. How about the left side of that rail splitter infield all weekend long making plays?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. That was a great play. I mean, if Harvey doesn't cut that off, that's an infield single.
Easily. Ynesta runs well. But a quick inning here for Brewer would go a long way for the rail splitters.
He said he, 2 complete games this year?
Yeah,
so
2 complete games.
He's hopefully he only has 4 more outs to get, because hopefully we're not batting in the bottom of the 7th today.
Only 70 pitches. Klerno takes the 71st pitch, straight back foul.
So if he gets through this, get through the 6th, and we hold on, he'll get a 6-inning complete game.
2 RBIs, 2 sacrifice flies for Atiles are the difference, and then a RBI single in there from Ramirez as well are the 3 runs for the Bears. 3 hits for Lincoln Memorial, 1 by Mast, 1 by Harvey, 1 by Keene. Keene, the RBI double in the top half. 0-1 to Klerno, off the edge, ball and a strike. Klerno's parents in town for senior day. Heard he and his dad talking between games. His father, Cliff. The apple does. Let me just tell you, the apple does not fall far from the tree.
Yeah, I met them in the parking lot. Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
He was quoting the movie Elf. He said, "Nick, I hope you find your dad."
Oh wow!
3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1 delivery is upstairs, ball 4. So Brewer issues his first walk of his start. That was such a problem in Game 1 for LMU, but Brewer has limited them up until this point.
Now batting for the Bears, number 5, Luis Atiles.
Yeah, especially after 9 walks in Game 1, so I'm sure Coach Hayward had a little discussion with his pitching staff.
Well, they saw what LR walking people did for them last night.
They got a lefty warming up in the bullpen. First lefty we've seen.
They do. Lewis behind the first fastball. 2 starters that are gassing it up here in this series finale.
My opinion, with Queener and Brewer and their bullpen, I would not be surprised to get to Saturday next week undefeated.
Even if they lose this game, they have to play in the single elimination round.
Yeah, which would be Mars Hill.
Which they can beat Mars Hill.
Yep.
Off the plate, ball and a strike.
That'd be Newberry then, and I think Brewer can handle Newberry. So I would not be surprised if we win this game. We might see them Saturday.
One. Tilles takes strike 2. Bottom outer part of the zone. Zone has been down today. Haven't got much up. More given at the bottom. And Tilles takes strike 3. Punched out. Breaking ball from Brewer, who has really settled in. We're through 5. The lead is 2 for the Bears. Austin Edwards back to the hill when you come back on the Bears Sports Network.
I'm Rob with Center Street Eats. We're located at 2250 North Center Street in Viewmont. We offer fast dine-in and carry-out service. Usually your prepared meals at lunch from 11 to 3 are ready within 5 minutes. Center Street Eats also offers prepared meals and snacks, protein bars, smoothies, and so much more. We can accommodate most allergy restrictions and can adjust our weekly menu to comply with the most current trending diets like keto and paleo. Center Street Eats has helped fuel the sports programs at Lenoir-Rhyne for over 10 years now. We work with every program on campus, and we look forward to working with them again.
"76 pitches for Austin Edwards through 5. He's given up 3 hits and 1 run. That was in the last inning. The lead is just 2 right now for Lenoir-Rhyne over Lincoln Memorial in this series and regular season finale. Eric Bach, Jason Stubbe, glad you're with us. If you've enjoyed this series as much as we have. Back and forth game last night. Bears blowout win in game 1 today, and a close one here in game 2. Goda, Hall, Bowen, 9-1-2 coming up for the Rail Splitters of Lincoln Memorial. These two teams, by the way, just announced will be playing each other in women's lacrosse here in Hickory on Tuesday in the first round of the SAC Women's Lax Tournament. 1-0. Breaking ball across the heart of the plate. Ball on a strike. It was a really good game here. It was just 1 week ago today between LMU and LR here between the bricks. A narrow Bear victory. Bear baseball trying to do the same over the Rail Splitters here today. Another breaking ball, another strike. Goda punched out against Edwards, who has 9 strikeouts already in this outing.
So that ties the career high as a Bear, 9 against Georgia Southwestern.
Looking for number 10 right here.
Yep.
He gets it. Fastball freezes Goda. First out of the 6th.
Batting for the Rail Splitters, number 54, Chris
Top of the order. Hopefully the last time we see the top of the LMU order, and Chris Hall, who has struck out swinging in both at-bats against Edwards so far.
Yeah, he's not having a good day to remember, unfortunately.
Yeah, struggled defensively as well. At the knees, strike 1.
get him on base, the whole inning changes.
Yep. Threat to run at any time. Pop up left side. Will it stay in play?
No.
Don't believe it will. Into the bullpen. Cannon Butler missed it.
Yeah, he needs to catch that.
Yeah.
He's
a little bad juju there. But quickly 0-2 on Chris Hall.
But yeah, first pitch strike's been huge for Edwards today.
Would love to just get him through 7 and save the bullpen. They had to work a ton last night.
Yeah, it'd be a good time for your first complete game.
Oh, 2 to Hall. Off the outside part of the plate. Lefty Hall, righty Edwards, 1-2.
Yeah, both these teams only have one lefty in the starting lineup this weekend.
Bears are pretty righty heavy to begin with. Another pitch off the plate, 2-2. When Hall gets on base, LMU is a different team. He's hitting 291 and has walked 32 times, so has a pretty good eye at the plate. Typical leadoff man. 2-2 popped up.
Oh, Eric make a play.
Coming towards us and behind us.
You could have dove for that.
We've had a few close calls here in this series up here.
Yeah, get a few more lefties in the lineup next year. Ooh, you might be moving.
Great. It was Laskowski was the one that kept whistling them past us.
Yeah.
2-2 on Chris Hall. Edwards from the windup. Ground ball up the middle. Healy a dive, a stop, a throw. What a play! Happy senior day, Ryan Healy takes a base hit away from Hall.
Yeah, you said senior moment last inning, but you just missed it by inning. That was a great play. How quick he got from his feet because he knew who was running the bases.
Wow. Healy in for Laskowski, who got hit by a pitch earlier in the game.
Yeah, when he dove for the ball, I didn't think there was no way he would get back up in time.
Neither did I. Wow, especially with Hall running.
Hall running, coming from the left side, absolutely.
All the odds were against Healy.
Yep. Yeah, if you had that percentage of hit, I bet you that off the bat, 15% chance that he'll be out.
I would say even lower than that. 1-1 on Bowen, who goes after a pitch in the dirt. How about Healy, a guy that has hardly played all season long, gets called into action today and is excelling. Bowen off the end of the bat. Easy pickings for Perino, inning over. Edwards, another 1-2-3 inning. Bears coming up to hit, looking for some final insurance to make things a little bit more comfortable. Coming up next on the Bears Sports Network.
To reach your financial goals, call LR Loans, Ryan Edwards, Les Stewart.
Insurance time, bottom 6. We are just cruising along here in this 7-inning game 2. Perino and Healy, Stober coming up. Still can't get over that play by Ryan Healy. We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel here. Both starters still in the game. Didn't look like Brewer would be in for too long the way he started, but he's really settled in. Put up a couple zeros in a row and finds the bottom of the zone for strike 1 to Perino.
And we got some action in Wise. As Wise scores 2 in the bottom of the 6th. It tied up at 7-7.
Ooh. Wow, that's the 7-inning game there, too. Perino high in the air right field, but not deep enough. Wind kills it. Keene circles it. That might have had a chance on a non-breezy day, but the wind just knocked it right back. Tony's the first out of the 6th.
Yeah, if you get underneath it at all today, it's not going anywhere.
Finally, as Derek Beasley will tell you, pitching coach for Lenoir-Rhyne, a wind that favors the pitchers. Sometimes we've seen glorified pop-ups go out of the park this year. And ERAs suffer because of it, but not the case there. And now Healy deserves a good at-bat here after that play that he made to rob Hall of a base hit in the top half of this inning. Checks. Oh!
What? You don't call that. That's why you got 3 umpires for.
I thought that he didn't even come close to going around.
I 100% agree with that. Now, if he appealed it and he said it, he had a better view than us.
And earlier, there was a play where I thought that the Bear went around, and they said no when they did appeal it. Maybe he doesn't trust him. Healy on a line to right, but Keene had him played perfectly. Didn't hardly have to move. Pair of putouts for Keene and right, and quickly 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting for the Bears, number 0, Bryce Stober.
So now Stober, infield single in the 4th. Fouled back. Hickory boy tips it into the glove of Mast.
He's had a very good series, though.
He hasn't. I think he's really figured out his role in this lineup, and he's embraced it.
Yep.
And it has been noticeable. And his success has gone up because of it. 0-2. Fought off.
He's cut down the strikeouts he had in the middle of the season, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he was punching out once or twice a game in the middle part of the year.
Put the ball in play, good things happen.
Spencer Floyd, Jackson Reed now up and throwing. Just in case. 1-2. But this is Edwards' game all the way.
I would agree.
That was the 87th pitch by Brewer. But he has, after giving up single runs in the first 3, given his team a chance to win this game. 2-2. Justin Haywood's got to be really pleased with the way he's bounced back from the start that he got off to. 2-2 to Stober. Fouled off. The clouds have basically exited.
Yeah.
It was a little bit cloudy earlier, but the sun has been out the whole day.
Beautiful weekend here. Great crowd today.
Yeah, it has to be the most people that have been in a Lenoir-Rhyne baseball game in a long, long time. 2-2. Stober fouls it off again.
Kudos Coach Ram and his staff, the way they handled the kids.
Yeah.
Between the game, I thought that was excellent. Well done.
Kids running the bases. Bounce house still bouncing up and down. Kids still in there.
Is that Justin in there? No.
Oh, gosh. Justin Hay. I figured he might be in there by the end of the day. Full count pitch. Or that was a 2-2 pitch to make it a full count. Perfect senior day celebration. Stober, after being down 0-2, draws a walk with 2 outs here in the 6th.
Now batting for the Bears, number 4, Eric Ramirez.
So you got runner on first, 2 outs, up 2. Good run on Stober. I'm trying to get him in scoring position. That one with 2 wild pitches back, what was that in the second?
Yeah, with you, though, the answer is always going to be steal.
Yeah, okay. I've learned from Coach Haywood.
That's funny. Ramirez already has an RBI and now has a second hit. Stober, I think he wanted to come to third and probably was the right move to stay put.
I think he picked up Coach Ram late.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm not sure Coach Ram really had an answer for him.
Yeah.
I think he looked to Coach Ram, and Coach Ram kind of gave him the deer in headlights. But Stober took a long round and stayed put.
Yeah, he's in scoring position, so that's the key. Another hit here for Red Hot Bell. And a 2-hit day for Ramirez after going hitless in the first 2 games of the series.
You never want to make the final out of an inning at third base.
I agree with it completely.
So,
as I said, he's a base hit. He's going in the outfield anyway.
Give the hottest bat in the lineup a chance to hit. David Bell is that bat. Takes up all 1.
Just one extra run would be so huge.
Yeah, wouldn't it? 3-run lead feels a lot better than 2. Although there was a 3-run lead going to the 9th last night.
We forgot about that already.
LMU got the 3. 1-0 pitch. Bell lunges and misses.
Change up there, looked like.
Really impressed with Brewer. Hold this offense to 3, given the chances that they had. Bears have left 5 men on base through 5. Try not to add to that number here in the 6th. Bell on that breaking ball, just missed it. 1-2.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Brewer, Queener, Ellison, Nichols last night. Franklin, yep. Got some good arms.
One, 2 to Bell.
Run.
Strike 3. And they do have to finish it, and they do. So, Bears don't get that insurance. Need 3 outs to make the top 4 of the SAC tournament. See if they can do it when you come back on the Bear Sports Network.
Hey Bears fans, Dave here with Everett Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac, your local hometown dealer since 1967. Come see us in Hickory or Morganton to check out all of GM's hottest new products, the area's largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, and service you can depend on. Visit us online at everettchevy.com. Good luck to the Bears this season, and remember, if you didn't get an Everett deal, you didn't get a deal at all. Go Bears!
Three outs away. Bears have a 2-run lead. Top of the 7th, facing 3, 4, and 5. Austin Edwards back out. By the way, Catawba came back and won against Tusculum. They finished 16-8 in the SAC. First pitch, Carson Bowles
So
fouls off. So the Bears would be 17-7 with a win.
And Catawba, if Queens loses on the 8th inning, Catawba beat Queens 2 out of 3. So Catawba, because Lincoln Memorial have one less win, so Catawba jump frog Queens to the 4 spot, and we play Catawba.
Yeah,
I do not want to see Greg Brown.
How about that?
If
the Bears do owe Catawba big time,
yes,
though.
I agree. But will Lincoln Memorial make up that game? I don't think so. In the rule,
with Wingate?
Yeah, because if they lose that, then it'd be a 3-way tie, and all the seeds would change.
Unless the sack would make them make it up. Strike 2 to Bowles because it has impact.
Yes, I would have think
standings.
So. But I know in some other. I think Peach Ball had one last week, and I saw they're not making it up. But there's time to make. They could be playing Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, Wingate don't have nothing to play for, though.
True. There's no reason for Wingate to play. Strike 3 called. Bowles frozen. 2 outs away.
So we will leave this broadcast, hopefully with a win, and not know who we're playing in the first round.
Unless
Queens wins, and we'll see in Queens. If Queens loses, it'd be a tiebreaker.
What if UVA Wise wins?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Catawba leapfrog us, and we'll play Catawba.
Would leapfrog LMU.
And Queens.
But not us.
Yeah, because LMU has one less win.
Because with a win, we'd be 17-7. Catawba's 16-8.
Yep, and same with Queens. But
Kurth takes down. 2 outs to get before we can really have that conversation.
Yes, exactly.
But
and the last out is always the toughest.
Sure is. Austin Edwards.
Ask Tusculum.
Whew. And Tusculum was up 4-0 going into the bottom of the 6th inning of that game. This ball's a mile high in the air. They don't know where it is. Yuri's out in the center field. Now he does have it. Woo! Take a breath. 2 outs. Stober was coming over to try to help him, but Yuri went the wrong way towards right center field, and then he ended up back in left center field. Luckily for him, that ball was hit so high by Kurth. 1 out left.
Yeah, that sun is in the bad spot, as we said earlier, especially at this time last night. Stober had a good view. I think he would have caught it if he wouldn't see it.
I think Yuri let him know, hey, I got this at the end.
Exactly, but good job by Stober being there just in case.
Last chance is Sam Mast. Breaking ball, strike 1.
And if we get this version of Edwards in the postseason.
Whew, look out.
Yep.
Dugout and the fans are fired up. 0-2. That pitch bounced in front of home plate, and he's got Mast going after it. Austin Edwards has been so resilient all year long. Is at his best stuff right now. And he hits Mast. A little anticlimactic there.
Yep, last out, always tough to get.
Mm-hmm. And now, Harvey's the tying run.
Now batting for the Rail Splitters, number 34, Keston Harvey.
I see Anthony over that first wave and said, should I hold him on or play behind him? Me, play behind him. That run don't mean nothing. Play behind him. Give yourself a little more room just in case. If he wants to steal second, be scoring in difference.
Harvey singled in the 5th. Downstairs, ball 1. We would love for Austin Edwards to get through this without having to go to the bullpen.
Yep, pitch 99 for
This is the
Edwards.
longest outing of his season, both innings and pitch-wise. 1-0. Breaking ball. On the edge. 1-1. Wouldn't be the last weekend of the regular season without a little drama, huh?
Nope, I love it.
Narrow stance for Harvey. Got his first hit of the series last time up. And hits a ball to center. This should do it if Yuri can see it. Here he comes in. He's got it. We'll see you on Friday at Smoky Stadium. Lenoir-Rhyne gets win number 40. Finishes the regular season 40-10. After losing it last night, they sweep Lincoln Memorial today. Had to do it, got it done. What a performance today. What focus, what execution.
Thank you for attending today's doubleheader. Drive safe and go Bears.
They finished the regular season 25-2 at home. Austin Edwards goes the distance. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 11 strikeouts. Come on. So, now we can have the conversation. The Bears, 17-7. If Queens wins, they are also 17-7.
Yep.
And those two teams will play on Friday night at Smoky Stadium.
Yep. And
And
Queens
Catawba
would be the 4. And if Queens loses, there are 8 losses with Lincoln Memorial and Catawba.
Lincoln Memorial now 15-8, so they will drop down below Catawba.
Yep.
So Wingate 1, Newberry 2. If Catawba wins, I'm sorry, if Queens loses, then the Bears will be the 3.
Yes, that's correct. Yep.
And if Queens wins, then the Bears will be the 4.
Yep.
Queens will be the 3.
Yep. And Catawba will be the 5. LMU will be the 6. And if Queens loses,
Catawba's the 4.
Based on my math, because they beat Queens, because LMU can't beat in a 3-way tie because they got 1 less win.
It's the top of the 8th inning. Queens has runners on the corners with 2 outs. That's extra innings. That was a 7-inning game. So the Bears rightfully celebrate a doubleheader sweep, and what a way to go out in the regular season this year. It was a little storybook today. Saw a couple seniors do some things. Ryan Healy, the one you think of the most. Austin Edwards spins by far his best gem as a Bear. And Lenoir-Rhyne has played themselves into the top 4, and who knows what they might have just secured themselves today. Maybe an NCAA tournament bid, maybe Coach of the Year for Coach Ram in the South Atlantic Conference. I know that's secondary, but
May's going to be fun.
40-10. Can't really ask for much more, can you?
But we're not finished.
Oh, UVA Wise got out of it.
Yep.
They're going to the bottom of the 8th.
Me personally, I would have seen Queens.
In Wise, yeah.
But I'd like to be the 3 seed. Say we finish in the top 3 of the conference. That looked good on the NCAA tournament selection.
I'm pulling for Queens.
Yep.
The Bears owe both Queens and Catawba. But there's something about Catawba that the Bears just haven't been able to figure out over these past couple
Queens
years.
Loses, you face Catawba. You face Greg Brown, which
Greg Brown and Josh Lanham.
Would be an unbelievable game. That might be first.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I agree with that. But the loser of that game, more than likely to face Wingate the next morning.
Yeah.
And that's a tough draw. No offense, that early and you go home scenario. You lose both games. And who knows about the NCAA tournament? So me personally, I think we match up well with Queens.
I still think Queens is going to find a way to win this game. UVA Wise, you just can't trust them to finish a game.
Yeah, all it needs is one swing by Campbell.
Yeah, true.
But that's out of our control.
True. What the Bears can control is that they're playing Friday nights in the 3-4 game at Smoky Stadium in Kodak, Tennessee.
6:30 start.
Against either Queens or Catawba.
Yeah, based on our math.
I mean, I'm looking at the standings right here.
Yep.
Wingate's number 1. Newberry's number 2.
Yep.
LR 17-7.
So if LMU makes up that game against Wingate and wins, they could jump both Catawba and Queens, though. So that's the X factor.
I don't think they're going to make it up.
I agree. I don't think there is either. Ain't no.
And there's no reason for Wingate to play that game.
Exactly. So that could backfire for MLU because they beat Wingate once. And we saw what Brewer and Queeno can do.
Yeah. All good points. But the point that matters the most is that the Bears are in the 3-4 game. Had to win 2 this weekend. Made it a little nerve-wracking, but they got the job done. And let me just say, it has been an absolute joy and pleasure to bring Lenoir-Rhyne baseball to you all season long. Obviously, 25-2 in this building has made it easier than it maybe otherwise would have been, but Jason, it's been great with you on the broadcast all year long. JZ,
Absolutely.
Justin Hay, all the Anthony Brown, all the other cast of characters that have been with us all season long on the Bears Sports Network. And who knows, maybe we can bring you the little audio version of the Bears Sports Network sometime down the road in the postseason. This team certainly has the ability to do it. And I hope they can, because this is a great group of guys, a great group of coaches, and they deserve everything that's coming to them this year. So I hope that it's a long May for Lenoir-Rhyne. I think it will be. But they'll be in action Friday night. Take a look. We'll have all the links to watch, listen, follow on lrbears.com. For now, Jason Stubbe, Malik Ellis, Eric Bach saying so long for the final time this year from Durham Fields. Bears win 3-1 behind a gem from Austin Edwards here in the regular season finale between the bricks. We'll talk to you when we talk to you. Hopefully coming up from Smoky Stadium or the NCAA Southeast Regional. Until then, good night and have a great rest of this beautiful weekend in the Tar Heel State.